All right, everybody, welcome to your first tutorial video, and we're going to talk about the back squat. So we're going to break down the setup first. So just like each one of these main compound exercises, y'all will be focusing on these big lifts. We want each rep to look and feel the same. We want our setup to be the same. We want repetition, and we want to create habits. So from the minute you grab this bar, your hands are grabbing somewhere intentionally. Use the knurling on the bar, the rings. Put your hands in a nice even spot and duck your head straight under the bar. Now, bar contact with the body. This is huge. This is where it all starts, okay? So that heavy weight that you're about to try to move with your body needs to have a firm place to sit upon on your body, and that is the upper back here. So this happens before you unrack. We're going to try and create tension by squeezing our shoulder blades together. We're going to try and drive our elbows together behind our body. They won't be able to touch, but it will create some tension up here. All right, so you see me kind of wiggle into position here. Very deliberate, takes a moment. I'm not only trying to find a good spot where that bar feels like it's at home, but I'm also trying to get flexed and in a comfortable position where my hands are pulling the bar down. So I'm trying to bend this bar across my back while flexing my back muscles into the bar. This is going to help you guys a lot, especially when we get heavier weights and we're trying to train for strength. So tension in the upper back. Guys, your hands, they can be closer. We don't want them inside the elbow. They can be closer to the elbow. They can be wider too, right? So this will depend on your shoulder mobility and what feels good for you. With wider hands, you can still create tension up here. All right, so that's the focus. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try to make your back mountainous and curvy so that those muscles are big and flexed and the bar can sit on them. All right, so I'll let you watch this setup video one more time. For me, you can see I try to get right underneath my traps, but right on top of my rear delts with the bar. It's a little bit lower bar setup. If you guys are a higher bar squatter and you put that bar up here on your traps, that's just fine. All the same rules apply. So let's look at the next part of the squat. What we're going to talk about here is bracing. So that is taking a big breath of air into your belly, try to push it down into your pelvis, create pressure in your sides, not just the front of your belly. And do all of this before you descend into your squat. So we take a big breath, lots of pressure in our belly. What this does is hopefully immobilize our spine, protect our low back. So that bracing is huge to take care of your low back. All right, next thing we're going to talk about the bottom of the squat. I want you guys to stop, change directions, and drive back up, similar to what you see here. What I don't want you guys to do is swing down to the bottom of your squat really fast and bounce out of it. So we want to deliberately stop, change directions. You also have different tempos and intensities prescribed for this for you guys. So you might have a 3-second lowering or a 2-second pause down in the bottom. So mind your tempos. Try to hold your brace. Try to keep the tension in your body from head to toe. That includes your upper back still. Another thing for you guys to think about, this is kind of bonus here. What are your knees and your toes doing? They should be in line with each other. So if I had laser beams on my knees and toes right here, they'd be shooting to about the same spot on the wall. Sometimes people's feet can be in a little bit and their knees are bowing out. That's not great. That's hard on the knees. It's hard on the ankles and the shins. So point those toes out so they match where your knee's pointing. All right, that'll help you guys out. If you have other questions getting into the squat, we are here to help you guys. I would love to hear some feedback from you. I would love to see videos from you guys of your squats. Take some of those videos, send them back in. I can give you some feedback on that. Notice that one other thing on this, trying to maintain a neutral spine, the relatively flat back. So I don't have a really arched back necessarily. You can see some extension here, and that's great. But what we're looking for is a change in the spinal position as you're squatting. That would not be good. So we want, during your squats, that back to stay in the position, right? Upper body isn't leaning forward or leaning back a whole lot. It's mostly staying settled. And then the legs are driving. All right, so this is the video on your squat. You guys ask questions as we go here on the squat. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me if it feels good. Tell me if it feels bad. And hope you guys enjoy.